Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Transformers Friday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Transformers the Movie Studio Series 86, number 12, Coronation Starscream. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further, or both. That is completely cool. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it! First up, as is our norm here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. And this is the new plastic-free packaging. Except for tape and something else. I don't remember. But anyway, nice big artwork of Coronation Starscream getting coronated right before he gets disintegrated. And then a couple of Seekers here in the back. Dirge and Ramjet. Or Thrust. I'm not sure. I don't remember. It's one of them. And Transformers the Movie Studio Series 86 number 12. Decepticon Coronation Starscream 8-and-up Hasbro print Transformers Generations Takara Tomy. On the top we have the Transformers the Movie. On the bottom we have small print, fine print, legalese print, upside down print. Includes figure 7 accessories, removable backdrop, and instructions. Symbols I'm not going to learn, made in Vietnam print, and a barcode. Hey, recycled stuff too. And on this side we have Studio Series 86, number 12. And nice close-up shot, Leader Class. And authentic. And another shot of Starscream. That artwork. On the back, big screen inspired scale detail and backdrop. Yes, I added an "and" because it should be there. Gosh, they've been producing this packaging long enough that they should know there should be an "and" there. Decepticon, the Transformers the Movie, Coronation Starscream. All hail Starscream. And then there it is in some other languages. Nice product shots of what's in the box. 29 steps to transform. Starscream holds a coronation, asserting his rise as King of the Decepticons, until a newly reformatted Megatron called Galvatron disrupts the proceedings and ruins his big day. Starscream would cry if he wasn't disintegrated. And there he is, a shot with the backdrop and the accessories. Backdrop included. Warning! Attention! Achtung! Don't stick things in any language pothole that does not belong there. And some more small print, prime print, legalese print, some more made in Vietnam print, this thing, and Hasbro print. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. Now, let's take a look at the figure in his alt mode and his accessories. And first up, which I forgot to set out here with everything else, here are the handy dandy instructions. Coronation Starscream, Transformers the Movie, 86 number 12, Studio Series, Transformers, Generations. And, you know, pretty much what we have come to expect in the Studio Series instructions. Nicely illustrated, darkly colored. And y'all know I'm partial to the colors on the Kingdom instructions, and I really wish they'd have stayed with those bright colors. And there's my extra light coming on. So now we can take a look at the accessories. And here we go. Here's his coronation crown. Nice colors. A little bit of sculpted detail in there, or molded detail. Very nice. Here are the extra blasters. These are the ones that go with the shoulder pauldrons, I guess, and as you can see how they're different here than the regular ones. The post is further back and it's in some. And there's 2 of those. Nice detail molded into those, just like these. And then we have his shoulder pauldrons, and there's 2 of these. And this is where flip this out. And this is where the guns, the modified guns, attach. And this piece right here, this is where the pauldron attaches to Starscream. And there's 2 of those, exactly the same, only opposite. And then here we have his cape, which has 2 hinges in it, and 1 post here to go on his back. So that's pretty cool. And here we have the chair, which really isn't Starscream's chair, but it comes with him. And here's places for storage for all the accessories that you're not going to use, or when you're not using them, rather. So a lot of nice molded detail in this chair. I really like this piece. And I guess we can, before we move on, we can show how all the pieces fit in here. And first of all, you want to take the cannons here, flip that up, get the cannon in there all the way, and with that piece up, you see there's 2 peg holes in there. Carefully work it in there. Which I can't seem to do on camera. Try it again. So, not the easiest thing to do. Hold 1 moment, please. Alright, what I had to do was take my handy dandy tweezers, and you see there's that little hole in there. I had to stick my tweezers in there and just kind of push to get it in there. And so what we'll do is the same thing with the other shoulder piece, shoulder pad, shoulder pauldron. So tweezers are good for more than just tweezing. And here we'll try to get it in there and lined up the best we can. And there we go, those are in there. Now alternately you can stick these here if you're using these. but I'm just going to show you how it says to do it. And you can see there's a little post right here, and there's a little hole in the top of the helmet right here at the front. So we just, well, I thought it just posted on there. Maybe I got it backwards. Let's see. No. It really does not want to stay on here, folks. No, it really does not want to stay on there. Maybe if we put the cape on there, still not going to want to stay, probably. Yeah, it does not want to stay there, but it's kind of hanging. So there you have what it's supposed to look like. And again, if you don't want these sticking out there, you can hang them up there. And that does it for those accessories. Let's take a look at the backdrop. Nice artwork of the coronation area. Dais, I guess you could call it. Nice Decepticon symbol, but overall nice artwork. Studio Series 86, number 12. An Autobot symbol. And Transformers 86. And Transformers the movie. And authentic. So that's how you know it's real. And we can move that out of the way and get to the real business, which is taking a look at Starscream. So pretty much just standard Earthrise Starscream at this point. There are some slight differences, which we'll get into in the comparisons. You know, so if you have the Earthrise version of Starscream, then you know nothing about this is a real surprise to you. You're just buying the figure again with slight repaints and a couple of retooled parts and a bunch of accessories. But still, you know, from the top view, it's still a great looking mold. From the side, it's okay. From the bottom, it's just a mess. Peeping hand syndrome. And from the back, it's not bad from the back. From the front, and when you see all this junk down here, not great. When you tilt it down just a little bit to cover that up, you know, it looks fine. Looks like a plane. Well, that, my friends, does it for a look at his alt mode and accessories. And now, friends, it is time for alt mode comparisons, and we will start things off with the Earthrise Starscream so we can take a look at the differences. Size-wise, you know they're pretty much the same. As you can see, the Studio Series Starscream does have a slightly bigger Decepticon logo tampo, and the blues are just a little bit lighter. And as you can see on the Earthrise one, he has that extra stripe on the tail fin, which this one does not, which is more accurate to the cartoon and the movie. But really, other than that, these guys appear, at least at first glance, to be exactly the same. In alt mode, at least, there's a couple of differences once you get to robot mode. But when we do robot mode comparisons, we will talk about that. So, there was Earthrise Starscream, and now we will compare him with Siege Starscream, the Tetrajet version. And, you know, and then with me, as always, in a Transformers review, we have the Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. And there I go bumping the camera again. And lastly, we have the Amazon exclusive Leader Class Alternate Universe or Dead Optimus Prime. And that, my friends, completes the alt mode comparisons. It is now time for the comedy portion of our show, where I attempt to transform this Transformer. And first thing that I like to do is take these guns off. So, that's pretty cool. Not really, it's just removing pieces. And you untab the wings, there's a little tab right there that tabs into that little hole right there. And up at the front, it's the opposite. There's a little tab here, and on the inside of the wing, there's a little hole. But get it like that, and go ahead and flip it up. Oh, one of the differences I forgot to mention in comparison is this one has these paint apps right here, which the Earthrise does not. And again, untab the wings and then flip them up just like that. And the next thing I like to do is the legs. So flip up that waist piece, then open up the front of the legs, and you'll want to work it loose. There's two tabs right here that fit into these two slots on the legs, and you just kind of straighten the legs out. And as you'll see, there's tabs on these knee pieces, and there's two little slots here. I mean, if you have the Earthrise version, transforms exactly the same. So you push those on there, and then let's go ahead and separate the legs carefully. And that wing fell off. You can see there's a tab and a slot here, which fits into that slot and that tab there. Then we will open the feet up. There's the toes and the heel spur. And same thing on the other side. And then once you get that done, you want to tilt the feet out. Untab these wings and tilt the feet out, rather. As you can see, there's a tab right there, and there's the little slot that it goes into. But you can fold that up. Then swing this forward, and then straighten the foot back up. And again, we'll do it. Flip this down first and pop that loose, and again, there's the slot and there's the tab, and then swing that forward and then put the foot back into position. Woo. And flip that back down, and we'll pop this. Go ahead and pop this wing back on. Maybe. Alright, then the next thing you want to do is open the chest up, and there's like a tab here and a tab here, and that's on both sides. And this always makes me think I'm gonna break these seekers, but use your fingernails or something that you can pry just a little bit with and pry them out from these, and then move that forward. And also there's a post here and here, and they go in these holes here and here. So just be aware of that when you're transforming. So you swing the arms out, and then what I like to do next is you'll unhook this from here. It's just this piece fits into this hole right here, and this piece here fits into this hole. So okay, you move that down some, then you go ahead and swing this around, and then you can see it's on this hinge right here, and you just kind of fold it down. Once you get that into position, you can go ahead and close this chest plate back up. Make sure these arms are fitted properly, because there's a tab here and like a piece for it to go here. Oops, that didn't quite line up, did it? There we go. And then of course it'll clip back here at the top also. Alright, and then let's finish up with the arms. Move that back out of the way just a tad. What you want to do here is lift up on this top piece. Well, I say that's what you want to do. There we go. Just have to get the right grip on it and move this up out of the way. And as you can see, this piece is in here, so the hand won't go all the way in. So you kind of move this piece down. As you can see, these pieces right here kind of tab up into this area. And you can see this hinge in here. And you just kind of want to straighten it up. And as you can see, this piece here, this gray piece, does have a little bit of a curve to it to accommodate this hinge. And when you've got that in place, you can put the hand down, and then this top piece just kind of clips into position. And then we'll do the same thing here on the other side. That was much easier to undo. And then again, undo that bottom piece, and then straighten it out, and this gray piece and that hinge just fit together real good. Close the forearm down, and then put the hand in position. And then lastly, what we'll do is take this piece right here and gently untab it, and you can see there's the tab right here, and it tabs right into there. So move this back here, and we'll straighten the wings up, and that reveals his head. And Then we take his null rays and attach them to the arms, and there's the hole right here, and here's the post. And I mean, if you don't want him to do that like the classic, you know, he can kind of hold it in his hand a little bit. The Earthrise one does it better because it has different hands, and we'll get to that when we look at comparisons. There we go, my friends. Starscream Coronation in his robot mode, or transformed to his robot mode. Now let's take a look at the Studio Series Starscream in his robot mode. And, you know, I mean, he pretty much has the same paint apps except for the, you know, these parts. And the tampos are bigger on here, and he does have these additional paint apps. Same as the Earthrise version of this. The blue plastic may be a shade lighter, but and you can't really see the face too well under my lights. He does have some red eyes going on in there, and a nice dark silver paint for the face, and then the same paint here, and then the Decepticon tampos and the stripes on the wings, and then these two, and that pretty much covers the deco on this guy. As far as articulation goes, let's see. He looks up that high, he looks down that far, which is pretty good for a Transformer. He will do the full Exorcist, and this head is on a ball joint, so you get a little bit of waggle out of it. Waggle, waggle. At the shoulders, it comes up 90 degrees. If you move the wing out of the way a little bit, he will get a full 360 degree rotation at that shoulder. It does have a cut here at the upper bicep, and it's on a mushroom peg, and it will give you another 360 degrees of rotation. At the elbow, at the elbow comes to about 90 degrees. And then at the wrist, there's no twist or swivel there. You can do that, although I don't know why you would want to. And then he does have some finger articulation there. So that's pretty cool, and that's the same on both sides. He does not have a waist rotation, so don't be expecting that, folks. If you flip this plate up out of the way, well, even when you flip it out of the way, he only kicks up that high forward, and this butt flap gets in the way, so he only kicks about that far back. There is a rotation here that goes 360 degrees. I guess that's at the upper bicep. It's not really a cut, it's just where this joint meets up with the leg. Knee articulation, a little better than 90 degrees. And you have to watch out because sometimes this comes loose when you work the knees. And then at the feet, nothing really forward or back, but he does get that much toe tilt. So now, while we are taking a look at the robot mode, let's go ahead and get the accessories back off this chair, and we'll put them on old Starscream. And I suppose if you'd rather use the Earthrise Starscream, that these will fit him as well. Alright, first thing you want to do is take these guns off the shoulder pauldrons and flip them around, so they hang like that. And we'll do that with the other side as well. So those are ready. Then we want to take these off, because these posts right here fit into those holes right there. Takes a little bit of effort, but you can get it in there fairly easily. That side was a little bit easier, and you can, you know, these will point however, but that's the way they're supposed to point. And then let's get his cape on him. Turn him around, and then here's the peg hole right here. And then there's the peg, and the peg just goes right in the hole there. And then you can unfold the cape and kind of adjust it as you would like. It ain't the greatest, but it works. And then lastly, we will take his crown, and it just, you know, that large red piece right there is the front, in case you didn't know, for some reason you haven't seen the movie. And there you go. It just fits right on his head, and it's snug on there. It's not like when it fits on the chair. And then, you know, he can sit in the chair if you pull the cape off. And like I said, I don't see any reason why you couldn't use this all on the Earthrise Starscream if you prefer that one. And let's see, even though this isn't his chair, he does kinda sit in it. That's about as good as he sits in it. So, a neat accessory. I don't know if I'll use it much. But there you go, Starscream. Coronation Starscream. In his robot mode. And now it's time for my favorite part of a Transformers review, the comparisons. And let's start things off again with the Earthrise Starscream. And again, the difference is, you know, this the 86 one Studio Series has bigger Decepticon tampos. He doesn't have the stripes here. These are a lighter shade of blue. The gray looks to be about the same. Now the faces, they're the same face also. And the same colors and everything, it looks like, too. So, and you know, just other than those few differences I pointed out. Oh, and the hands. This one has no hinges in his hands, and you know, he's, you know, got grip hands. And then this one has hinged fingers on the outside of the hands. No thumb articulation. But there we go with that Earthrise one. And here we go with Siege Starscream. Voyager class, Leader class. But he's only Leader class because of, I'm assuming, this extra bit of articulation and the whole bunch of accessories. I probably could have brought out my Combiner. Was it Combiner Wars Starscream Leader class? But I mean, I didn't really see the need to bring that one out. But up next we have the Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. He just sits up here on my review station because I use him every time. I actually have two of them. One's a KO though. That way I don't have to keep transforming and transforming him. And then the same reason I use this Optimus Prime and the Amazon Optimus Prime. This is the Netflix Leader Class Optimus Prime Earthrise. And you can see he's slightly taller from head to toe. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons. For final thoughts on the Studio Series 86, the Transformers the Movie Coronation Starscream, I think this was just an easy way for them to get another repaint out to us. I mean, it does have a lot of added value with all the accessories. However, it does have a lot of added cost. Because we're talking about the Earthrise Voyager class was $30. So, $20 extra for this one. Or $22, depending on where you picked it up, when you picked it up. Now, if you missed out on the Earthrise Starscream, this is a good opportunity to pick it up. I don't have a real problem with it. I think it's a pretty solid mold. Now, I mean, you know, the underside of it in alt mode is a little robot messy, but, you know, that's happens a lot with Transformers, period, even back to G1. Although, not as much in G1 because, especially those early ones, you know, there was more about the alt mode than it was the robot mode. Whereas, as collectors today, we, at least I speak for myself when I say this, I'm more worried about what they look like in robot mode than what they look like in their alt mode. And that's not to say I don't want Transformers that just concentrate solely on the robot mode, like the RED series. That is just, I don't care for it at all. I like for my Transformers to transform. I like a little bit of thought put into it, some engineering put into it, and still have it look cool in both modes. But that's just my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. But again, you know, if you missed out on the Earthrise Starscream, this is a good opportunity to pick him up, and he comes with a lot of other doodads for you to store on the back of the chair, because that's probably pretty much what you're going to do with them if you are just getting this for Starscream and not to make him the Coronation version. However, at least it's nice to have the pieces where you can make him both. You know, there's a few slight paint differences. One retool, which is the hands. And I mean, that's pretty cool that they did that. So now that he can, you know, you kind of do the thing where he holds his hand out flat in front of him or whatever. But again, you know, if you already have an Earthrise Starscream and you don't want to, you know, buy him again plus the extra for the accessories, then, you know, this can be a skip for you. If you like the more cartoon accurate deco, which the only real difference is the blues that I can tell. But, you know, if that's important to you, then, you know, of course this is a pickup for you. And that, my friends, completes the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just to help the channel out further. Or both, that's cool too. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.